All right, guys. Welcome to my stream. I'm ChronoFox, and why isn't my Switch on? I thought I turned it on. There we go. Okay. Oh, Okami, Okami. Just give me a sec, guys. I just want to adjust the mic a little bit. Just a position. Okay, hopefully that's good. Anyways, to the capital. In the confusion, I distinctly sense an evil other than Orochi. I'm not sure what it could be. Is there something else at work? Shinshu has been restored, of that there is no doubt. But nature's tormented cries ring out in other parts of Nippon. Especially chilling are those emanating from the capital, in the Ryoshima coast, beyond the bridge in Taka Pass. So yes, last time on Okami, we basically defeated Orochi and Seith Kamiki, but in the aftermath of defeating Orochi, a bunch of shadows came out, and now we're at Ryoshima Coast, where apparently one of those shadowy monsters fled to. So you're just gonna kind of run around and explore a little bit. And hello, foxes. Let me feed you real fast. Because I can. Okay. Oh, wrong spot. There we go. Get a nice 10, easy 10 praise there. So yeah, you're just gonna spend a little time kind of exploring the coast and then eventually making our way over to Seian City. So let's start right here. Oh, how inconvenient. The ancient Ankoku temple is at the top of the hill here, but the priestess in charge is always busy and never there. I'm afraid you just wasted a journey like me, Wolf. Ankoku's temple had priestess practice monster subduing magic, so if there's any trouble in the city, they call for her help. There's been nothing but trouble in Seian City lately. I hope the priestess will be back before too long. Wow, that's some statue. Somebody's gonna steal it if it's left out here much longer. Whoever owns this thing should be more careful. Kinda clever, there's an incense burner in the temple. Yeah, I'll do a little shopping. See if there's anything worthwhile. Oh, I guess they added Holy Bone L's, which is a full heal, basically. But see how I have only got 5 units of health? That's not really that necessary. Literally the lowest tier bones that I've got are more than enough to full heal me. Okay. Little piggies, might as well feed them. Gain a little extra praise. Having more praise never hurts when it comes to this game. Okay. That should do it. And actually, I want to head over this way real fast. There's something that I want to do real fast. Exorcism slip. Very nice. And yep, there's another dungeon here. Huh? Hey Gramps, what are you doing here? I am as elusive as my fighting skills, friend. Be it a lone isle among the waves or the most frigid mountain peak, I forge a warrior's path throughout the land. And what has brought you here? So, yeah, it basically just appears everywhere. And, yeah, there are a couple things that I want to get here. Starting things off, get this, it's actually required for this game. Gonna go ahead and just skip ahead. It does the weird head turny thing. And let the lesson begin. We'll practice the Holy Eagle God technique. Which is just a fancy way of saying this is a double jump. Yes. You kind of see why I say this is kind of required. Because, yeah, going forward, there's going to be a lot of platforms that you can't reach even with the wall jump thing. So, this is hands down the most useful technique in the games thus far. You may go now. I mean, I could have gotten some of the other techniques already, since some of them are pretty nice to have. But, yeah, the double jump is probably the most important one, and the one that I want to get first. Because of just how... Because, again, I kind of consider it to be required for this game. Okay. Let's do Diggy Chap next. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. It just allows you to dig into harder ground compared to normal. As far as I know, I don't think it's required for like story. I think it's mostly for side content stuff, but it's still worth getting. Okay, let's listen begin. Then keep on digging. I understand the explanation, yes. obtain the technique scroll, and that's enough for now. Not enough, eh? So yeah, those are pretty nice upgrades. I think they're, like I said, I kind of consider them required for some stuff. And the next one I want to get is this one. And this will be the last one that I'll get for now. I am starting to run a little low on money, and there is a shop in the city that I want to go to because it does have some pretty nice stuff. And I want to at least have some money to get that. Let the lesson begin. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear my roommates in the background. Clearly they did not read the sign on my door that says I'm streaming, so I'll keep it down a little bit. Okay, I understand the technique. Understand. Technique scroll. Blah, blah, blah. Let me hit the thing. On. Hit. There we go. Okay. So for that one, you don't spam it. It's actually timing. It's actually timing based. Yeah, I think one more time and then I can keep the technique. That's enough for now. Yep. And enough, eh? Yes, you weird, weird man. Yeah, it just felt like feeding those monkeys. Okay. Okay, more selling fodder, but that's good because again, I want to get a couple things in the shop. In the city. And you see these little clams in the ocean? Yep, you can slash them and they basically act almost like treasure chests. So keep an eye out for those. Dragonfly bead. Oh, new enemy. So they're flying enemies, so you just need to use Gale Storm on them. And these umbrellas? Again, use Gale Storm on them, and then they cannot use their little umbrella shields. Please don't tell me. Dang it. Didn't get the Demon Fang. Oh well. Steel Fist Sake. Nice. And ooh, Demon Gate. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Oh, kind of awkward drawing. Whatever. I can work with it. Yeah, and come on. Very nice. But since I got the herb bag, might as well feed these rabbits. $220. How many more until I can get the next thing block? Another 126. Oh well. Alright, time for the bustling life in the city. Huh? What the? I thought the big city would be a happening place. What's up with this funky looking mist? It looks downright hazardous to your health. I wonder if people can actually live normal lives in this nasty stuff. I very well doubt that, Isu. I very well doubt that. The price of fresh fish has gone through the roof. But yeah, you can buy all sorts of things. Some of them are like just required for side quests, but some of them are actually required for the story, so I'll go ahead and just buy that one. I think that was the one that's like story required. And yeah, let's go ahead and sell the Whopper. And yeah, I think that'll be good. And it's nighttime now. So let's see. Where was the other? Oh, here it is. Here's the other shop that I was looking for. Yep. This guy pretty much sells weapons. So yeah, on top of selling some gold dust, which yes, I will be buying. He also sells this, the 7 strike. which is a really good glaive. Like, it's way better than the one we have right now. And actually, let's do this real fast. Let's see, life beads and sumagar. Okay. So now let's kind of walk around and see what we can find. System slip M moderately damages enemies. Again, I don't really use these consumable items, but still, if you want to use them, that's cool. I was just traveling the country to perfect my martial arts, but when I arrived in Seian, I suddenly started to feel ill. I heard rumors before that Queen Himiko's holy power is incredible. Surely this can't be her. This mist across the city is suspicious too, but I won't let it get the better of me. Nothing gets the better of me. One of them belongs to Queen Himiko, ruler Nippon. But you can tell because it's really huge. I have no idea what she's like, but I'm not sure I'll like her. I mean, she doesn't seem to be doing anything about this mist. Plus, I make it a point to never trust queens and the like anyway. Didn't seem to have the problem trusting Princess Fuse earlier, but whatever. Where did all the water go? Oh, hello, Boots. Thinking about crossing Gojo Bridge? All the JJK fans are just going nuts right now. Well, think again. This bridge is a very special contraption. With one command, I can make it passable and another impossible. But there's a reason why I cannot operate it right now. Stop pestering me, I cannot make the bridge passable right now. At least not until the lake's water is restored and I get that elusive item. So yeah, we're gonna have to try and figure out a way to restore the water around here. And I think the solution lies back in the commoner's quarters. And that's a curse zone. Not a smart idea to be in there. Okay. Let's see. Might as well pick up some of these treasure chests that are down here. Once the water gets going, it's a little hard to get these treasure chests anyway. So might as well take care of them right now. But did I just phase right through that treasure chest? Or did I just go around it just enough? I legit couldn't tell for a second. Here we go. Exorcism slip S. And curse that confounded water dragon causing such a commotion. How can the god of the sea be ruining the peace like this? I bet that dragon is to blame for the state of this canal too. All the fuss has caused the lake to plug itself up. The master carpenter, Nakuri. Hey Ami, looks like there's trouble over here too. Seems like the whole city's a complete mess. Oh, did you come here for a drink of water, Wolf? I'm afraid it's completely dried up. This canal was really an important source of water for us. That's why I'm digging a hole to see if I can tap into it again. So many people are sick now that there's hardly anyone to help out. In fact, I'm the only one left. One lowly carpenter. But I'm determined not to give up. You get quite fit doing my job. Now I can reap the benefits. I build almost everything you see here in Sayat, you know. So there's nothing I don't know about the place. Want to know where the key to this water source lies? Lake Biwa. Help him out? Yep, let's do it. And yep, as you probably just predicted, we're about to do ourselves another digging minigame, just like we did back in the Sasa Sanctuary. Yes, I understood everything. Let's get going. Yep, it's pretty much the same as last time. Okay. Gotta start over. That path did not work. So instead, turn around, go down this way. And oh yeah, to make sure these guys avoid the spikes and all that, you use Gale Storm. Come on, dig. Oh yeah, every time they get hit, it shaves 5 seconds off your clock. So for optimal play, don't have them hit. And once again, I screwed up, so let's start over. Man, I swear, the digging minigame is usually not this hard. Okay. Okay, there we go. Another 20 seconds. Slice. And ow. And oh yeah, every time you get hit, you also shave 5 seconds off the clock. So you'll also have to be careful as well. Okay, come on, refill. There we go. Thankfully, this last part doesn't require any ink pots, so there we go. Come on. Yes! Sweet. Look, Wolf. Look at this wonderful water from Lake Biwa. Sayan has had his fair share of hardship lately. The water dragon on the rampage, all that strange mist all over, but it matters not what trials present themselves to us. If we solve them one by one, we will emerge unscathed. I suppose my work here is done for now. Thanks, Wolf. You did a great job. And we get 20 praise. Pretty nice. Okay. Oh. And we landed straight in the water. So yeah, while this did help a little bit with the citizens, we still got this fog to kind of deal with. And oh yeah, in terms of why I haven't been using bloom on any of these trees, well, yeah, you can't bloom any trees while this mist is here. It seems to sap all the life out of them. So, it's sad. Anyways, Let's go back here and see if I can sell any treasures and maybe get a little bit more money. Wait, is the amount higher than my wallet? Yeah, so I would need to do a wallet upgrade if I wanted to get the 7th strike. I should have thought about that earlier. Because this is actually about the point where things kind of ramp up in difficulty if you're going for 100%. Because this is when a lot of the challenging mini games come in. This is when a lot of the side quests just hike up in the amount. Like, this is where things get harder if you're going for 100%. At last, the time is near. Benki, the fisherman monk, shall lay claim to with 1,000 sword. I have traveled far and wide challenging master swordsmen, and 999 swords have I claimed by my own hand. But now that I have defeated all who would challenge me, that last sword has eluded me. I need but one more to make 1,000, and thus aimlessly I have wandered. That is until a legend drew me to Seian City. It is said that the living sword lies in the depths of Lake Biwa. Have you heard of the legend about Lake Biwa? Even I could barely believe it when I first heard, but they say a living sword swims freely about in these waters. If true, it would make a fitting addition as my 1,000th sword. This bridge is a very special contraption. The one command, yeah, we heard all this before. It grieves me to cut off access to the city, but I'm afraid this bridge shall stay this way until I fish the living sword. Of course, that may be easier said than done. This is no mere fishing trip for me. This is a true battle with the living sword. I must therefore arm myself with the right weapon. That fishing rod over the tool dealer in town would be perfect. Oh, you should see it. It is the purest of white, like newly fallen snow. There's no chance of victory. Alas, it would appear that I cannot afford it. Oh, what am I to do? That's blinding, son, the rod from the tool dealer. With that fine rod, I would at last have the chance against the living sword. Now be a good doggy and give it here. Oh, happy day. I have never fished before, but it should not be much different from a good sword fight. Now to catch that 1,000th sword, I shall engage in mortal combat with that elusive living sword. I've been holding my rod over this water for some time now. However, the living sword is yet to bite. But you know what they say, patience is a virtue. I shall sit here as long as it takes. Exactly how I feel about me getting more viewers. Show them how you do it. Fish that living sword out of this lake. Sure, let's go ahead and catch it. Okay, Ami, you got the basic, right? Yeah. It's basically the same as the fishing from earlier in the game. Okay. That's one fish. Two fish. A goby. And finally, you won't get away from me. Go for it, Hoodhead. Pull, pull. And there we go. Caught last fish, the living sword. The gods be praised. At last I have fulfilled my dream. So, that is the living sword. That is what I've been pursuing all this time. Aw, don't take it too hard. I mean, that was one big cutlass fish. And a cutlass is a kind of sword, isn't it? Plus, what are the odds of catching an ocean fish in a lake? Spare me such swords. But enough about that. A monk never goes back on his word. I shall make this jigsaw bridge passable once more. Okay. So now we just make our way up to the palace. Whoa, stop, Ami. I thought the smith was coming from the lake or mountains. So what is that stuff rising from the Imperial Palace? Let's keep going, Furball. And, ooh. Well, looks what's the cat dragged in. What took you so long, Mashari? Ack, not you again. Well, you can't fool us. We're not gonna forget what you did to us back at Oral Cheesecake. And why do you keep popping up wherever we are anyway? What are you up to this time? Excuse-moi, but I have no idea to follow you, but I have no time to follow you around. You see, I'm busy looking for something, excuse me. Bah, some prophet you are. Should you already know where to look? Well, maybe look isn't the right word. I already know where it is. It's just getting there is proving to be a bit of a problem. Suffice it to say, I want it quick and easy. Quick and easy? Wait a sec. Don't tell me you're behind this funky mist. Is this part of a plan to conquer the city and take over the world? You're always up to no good, so I wouldn't be surprised. The world? The world! Oh! Not bad, my little bouncy friend. You're only half. I seek the other world. I desire a path to the heavens. A path to the heavens? Oh, stop beating around the bush and let us know what's on your mind. This path concerns you too, Mashari. Huh? The city is in quite a bad state, is it not? Especially the ghastly mist that torments its people. You think we're stupid? We see right through you, pretty boy. Ha! We got you all figured out. This funky mist in your so-called path to the heavens? You're in cahoots with Queen Himiko. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So just take it step by step. You must first deal with this mist. It is slowly but surely killing the people of this city. Wait too long, and it's all over. The damage will already be done. Why you talking about it like it's someone else's problem? You're behind it all. Admit it already. Even if I was, what good would it come out of arguing about it here? Methinks you should be doing something about the mist now. How about a tip this time instead of a prophecy? Go through the hole in the wall, little ones. Let me put it this way. Even the most solid defense has a tiny gap like the eye of a needle. Or something like that. Understand, Mashari? Interesting. I have to keep that in mind. And... well, who would have thought there would be a wolf in here of all places? The world is in turmoil. Have you come to listen to one of my sermons, Moon? Then allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rao. I'm the regent of Seion City, appointed by Queen Himiko herself. Cinder? So, what's trouble you then? Holy cow, the sister's stacked! I never get tired of that. Excuse me? Oh, you've got a cute little fairy with you. The name's Isun, and by the way, it only looks like I'm staring at your I'm usually not that big a fan of pervert characters, but Isun is like the one exception. Melons? Oh, never mind. Anyway, so you're running your things around here? Well, there's the funky mist covering the city, and there's talk of a water dragon or something offshore. So what's up with the queen holding herself up in the palace? The people of her city are dropping like flies, you know. How can she be so lazy at a time like this? So, you sense the evil forces over Ryoshima too, then? I heard that dreaded Orochi was resurrected in Shinsu Field, though a brave swordsman vanquished him again. The ripples of those waves of chaos are reaching Ryoshima too. The water dragon terrorizes the sea and ill mist covers sail. And in the last few days, the situation has intensified. I don't know what's happening to our peaceful Nippon. She said something about waves of chaos growing stronger recently. Creepy Shadow did scurry off when we defeated Orochi. Wonder if whatever it took root here on Ryoshima Coast. What are you muttering about, Isu? Well, this will no doubt come as quite a shock, but the great slayer of the dreaded Orochi is right before your eyes. Behold, the great Amaterasu. What? This wolf? But I heard he was a swordsman called Susano. Huh? Oh, well, he may have dealt the final blow, but Ami here did most of the work, I tell ya. And if you don't believe me, Ami's gonna show you some divine powers right here, right now. What was that? You like it? That was one of Amaterasu's divine powers. A mere taste of what the Celestial Brush can do. Celestial Brush? What mysterious and fearsome power you wield, Amaterasu. You got that right, sister. There ain't nothing Ami can't do. Maybe this wolf could help me with my quest. Quest? What more could you want? You're already stacked to the ceiling. Again, this kind of humor is not usually my thing, but I love it here. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Now that I've lost my prayer slips, the situation is completely hopeless. Also, I'm gonna quickly turn up the music real fast because there's something about the music that I want you to hear. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, that is Rao's theme, and yes, there are tons of, and yes, there is a woman basically sexually moaning in the entire thing. So yeah, take that for what it's. So yeah, anyways, we're finding some stuff, and gonna go ahead and just kind of continue on. And here we are in the aristocratic square, basically. We're Green Himiko's bodyguards. She's at our palace at the moment, praying for the city. I'm under orders not to let anyone disturb her. And I take orders seriously, so that means you too, Mutt. And, mist needs to be stronger here. Let's go check it out. Psst. Can you hear me? What? We're supposed to be on duty. Well, it's just... I wanted to ask you something. What's your opinion of His Highness? What do you mean? Surely you're not doubting the worth of our honorable Emperor. True, he's had to take to his bed because of this strange illness, but I'm full of hope that he'll soon make a speedy recovery. And I am too, of course. But there's something about his strange illness that bothers me. That swirling mist is a little out of the ordinary, don't you think? The moment the Emperor took ill, it started to come from his room. And then, before we knew it, it had taken over the whole city. People are really starting to suffer from it too. Well, don't you think it's all a bit of a coincidence? It's definitely odd, I'll grant you that. But it's no use trying to ask His Highness how he feels. He just sends everyone away, and he won't even see a doctor. So I don't see that there's anything we can do about it. But what about that girl locked up in the cell all alone? She shouldn't be locked up like that. She's done nothing wrong. You mean the girl called Kaguya, right? Orders are orders, so we had no choice but to lock her up. But I can't quite see why His Highness wanted us to do it. The city's in a real mess ever since he took ill like this. I wonder what's going on inside the palace. So yeah, we can't really do much right now, though. Look at that. Looks like each one has a spell or something on it. But I have no idea how to use them. Don't think they do as much good. Yeah, but we're still gonna take them anyway. And we're just gonna go ahead and make our way back to where Rao is, because there's really nothing we can do for right now. What have you? My prayer slips. You found them in this huge city? Thank you. They're indispensable in my fight against the evil beings. I was sure one of them had stolen from me. Thank goodness. Yes, your ability to sniff things out is really a divine power. Your name's Amaterasu, correct, Wolf? Well, Amaterasu, would you put your powers to use for us? You saying we're the answer to your prayers? I'm saying you are our only hope. As you have seen, Miyoshima Coast is in turmoil. All because of the evil rising from the darkness. Because of the forces of darkness. Forces of darkness? Yes, next to them, the monsters out there in the wild are nothing. They're starting to spread over Miyoshima Coast. And with Queen Himiko confined to her palace, it all falls to me. Normally, I'd use my holy powers to dispel any threat to the city. But this foe is too strong for me. So I have no choice but to ask this favor. Lend me your powers. So that means we end up helping Himiko after all. I don't know, sounds kinda fishy to me. There are some who think the queen is a coward to shut herself away. But she cares for her subjects. She's praying for our protection. But even she can't calm the water dragon and exorcise the city. Not without that sacred treasure to enhance her holy powers. That's what I want you to help me find. Please, Amaterasu, let me ask you once again. Will you listen to what I have to say? Sure. What the heck? Let's hear what this stacked babe has to say. Stacked? Anyway, when you came here to the city, did you see it? Right off the coast near the Miyoshima border, there lies a sunken treasure ship, a victim of the water dragon's rampage. That ship was a trading vessel, working between here and abroad. It was for transporting a great treasure ordered by Queen Himiko, but the water dragon attacked every ship in the water. It sunk the ship and its precious cargo right in front of the port. The fox rods that the Queen had finally managed to locate. A matchless treasure with the power to defeat any foe. Would have been Seian's cities. No, Nippon's greatest asset. If we had the fox rods now, we could drive out the evil beings. Amaterasu, will you come to the treasure ship with me and help me search its cargo for the fox rods? You want us to do what? You want us to search for treasure on a sunken pirate ship, on a treasure ship. Well, I'd do anything for a cute babe, but if my boss here says no, there ain't much I can do. Well, boss, you gonna help this busty babe or what? Yes. Bummer. Well, the boss has spoken. Huh? What was that on me? Thank you, Amaterasu. You're a true savior. Okay, let's go to the treasure ship right away then. Although, we must wait while the new moon rises in the sky. In the shallows where the ship ran aground, called the Lunar Lagoon, the tide only recedes when the new moon is seen from the moon turret. When the tide's out, it's easy to get into the treasure ship. We'll meet at the ship on the night of the next new moon. So yeah, we now have our next objective. Boy, Ami, you seem really eager to help her. Well, I couldn't say no to those two either. I swear I did not pick this game because it's perverted. I swear I only picked this game because I really like it and because I wanted to do a little tribute to one of my favorite VTubers who was a really big fan of this game. That's all. But we can't let our guard down. I mean, who knows? That busty babe might be Himiko's puppet. And if they're up to no good, then we should get our hands on those fox rods before they do. So yeah, we now have our next objective. Go to the ship and search for the fox rods. Okay. So we're just gonna go ahead and just run it out. And yeah, we're just gonna go straight to Ryoshima. Okay. And let's actually look past this way, see if there's anything of interest. See, a couple of horses. Do I have any herbs? Yes, I do. So, yeah, I'll just go ahead and feed these horses real fast. And there we go. And, yeah, Demon Gate. Might as well take care of it now. And here we have a new enemy. Thunder Ear. So, I'll admit this is kind of a weird enemy for me. Because there's not really much of an easy way to take these things out. So yeah, these are a little... Because yeah, unlike the frozen lips there that at least have a clear weakness, even if that weakness isn't always accessible due to needed to draw a line to from fire, but still. Ow. Ow. Stupid. Come on. Yes. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get a bad score for this. There's no doubt in my mind on that. Okay. Okay, and there we go. And I can't really do anything because, well, I don't have fire. Yeah, I did terrible. Well, whatever. We unlocked a new pool, and if I remember correctly, yep, it's a mermaid pool. So now you have a new warp spot. Okay. With that, let's go ahead and go towards that ship that Raoul was talking about. At least I think that's how you pronounce her name. I don't know. I watch a lot of anime and I know a little bit about Japanese culture, but I'm not the greatest at pronouncing things. I'm just a fully American after all. So. Anyways. And, ooh. Kitty. Oh, right. I guess it's exclusively, fish that these cats eat. Which makes sense. Okay. Where did he go? He's just referring to like a pet of his. I think it's one of these pigs. You think? Let me see if I can find it, because this is a pretty simple side quest. Basically you want to look for one of the pigs that isn't like brown with stripes on them. You want to look for one that looks like your traditional pigs. You know, pink, curly tail, that kind of thing. See, holy bone, nice. Okay. So let's go ahead and keep running, and there we go. There's the speed boost. And the extra one, yes. And this is why I say the double jump is required, because, yeah, that's the only way to get to that platform. So if you haven't gotten to the double jump, get it. Wow, what a nice view. Too bad it's spoiled by that sunken ship. Sorry looking thing, ain't it? Hey, look. What's that strange powder on the bottom of the sea? Looks like a huge crescent moon or something. It's shaped too perfectly to be a coral reef. Hey, what was that busty babe said? Something about the moon turret? Wonder if she meant this thing. Yeah, if it wasn't obvious. It's supposed to be nighttime. Holy smokes! That's not something you see every day. Wonder if it's safe to walk on that lagoon. Indeed it is. And would you know it? There's a few treasures. Spew that out. Thank you. And yeah, might as well just go around collecting treasures. I do want to have at least a little bit more selling fodder, if I'm being honest. Here we go. Some glass beads. And yeah. Jump, jump. Oh. And into the sunken ship. So this is something I kind of consider a mini dungeon, not so much a full dungeon. Because if I remember correctly, you don't learn any brush techniques here, and there's no, like, final boss or anything like that. That door looks cursed. They probably sealed it up like that to keep looters out. But I've never seen such a sinister looking curse before. I sure hope this whole ship isn't one big curse. At any rate, this puppy ain't gonna be easy to dispel. Amaterasu. Even Abi was shocked about that. You're here already, both of you. I'm sorry I'm late. My political duties delayed me. Ami, where are you looking? This is the treasure ship you were talking about, babe. Yes, this is where the Foxrods Queen Himiko was looking for are. It was sunk by the water dragon, and now it's filled with monsters. But my holy powers can easily deal with a few dozen monsters. There's nothing to worry about. Let's go in. That's all fine to Danny, but what about this cursed door here? Was it sealed up like that to keep looters out? Or maybe it's the curse of those who died when the water dragon sunk their ship. That thing's just seething with an intensely evil power. So, there's a cursed door to stop anyone from getting through. I see. That's a neat trick. You got that right. We better find another way in. They knew exactly what they were doing with this character. They knew exactly what they were doing. It's time we join forces, Amaterasu. There'll be more barriers sealed by magic as we get further inside. When we come to them, I'll use a prayer slip to break the seal. So, if you don't mind. My turn next. I'm just kidding. So, Amaterasu, handling the prayer slips is my affair. But I would like your assistance in darkening. Don't worry, what I ask is not difficult. You know how to manipulate the brush of the gods, I believe. Use that power to guide the prayer slips from my hand to its target. So let's practice on the cursed door, on the cursed bar in the door, shall we? Fantastic. As long as I have my prayer slips, there's nothing to be afraid of. Not even monsters. Enough practice now. Great treasure awaits. Let's go find the Foxrods. So, yeah. Rao can basically use her prayer slips to attack different enemies, including exorcising different demons that otherwise we can't harm. And for that, we actually do get some demon things out of this, so it's actually worth doing. Whoa, just look at those treasure chests. We're gonna be millionaires even before we find those Foxrods. You retain the Holy Bone M. Celestial Envoy. Actually, this one is actually worth looking at real fast. Okay. Here we go. When spirits of evil rise up to infest this world, those benevolent gods who guide us will find their strength drained. Their power can only be sustained by the faith of humanity. I, the legendary Holy Messenger, acting as the 6th Celestial Envoy, have spent my years traveling and preaching to promote this faith. Only my tribe can communicate with the gods and act as a holy messenger, spreading the words of the gods throughout the land. If we fail, the gods' power can never be restored, and all is lost. My brush is the tool I use to spread the divine message. The path I have walked has been long and fraught with peril. However, for the sake of the next to take on the mantle of celestial envoy, I cannot rest for even a moment. And as you can kind of see with kind of the background painting, you can see a little bit of Ami, or a god that looks like Ami. So yeah, that's kind of interesting, and we'll get more into that later. For now, let's continue kind of exploring this ship and seeing what it has to offer. And oh yeah, yeah, these are basically the Okami equivalent of mimics. I totally forgot they existed in this game, if I'm being honest. Oh. Thankfully, Rao's prayer slips are pretty effective against them, so we don't have much to worry about. For now, though, we're supposed to do something. Can't quite remember. Probably just go this way. It's the only path open. And looks like the Spider Queen's face. I think we can use and yeah, avoid these, they do damage. As if that wasn't obvious. I don't know. My entire time playing this game, I've been mostly just kind of stating the obvious and not really giving my own insights outside of just giving a few of my own opinions on this game. But again, I'm kind of new to content creation. I'm not skilled enough to be fully entertaining, and also the fact that I have like no one reacting in my chat doesn't help either. Anyways, we have new enemies. They're not too much of a threat, if I'm being honest. So much so that I don't even remember what their names are. Ooh. Running low on health, so for the first time ever in playing Okami, I'm actually going to use a Holy Bone. Okay. And also, these enemies kind of remind me of that one Crab Souls game that came out a while ago. You know, the Crab's Treasure, something like that. That's what these enemies are kind of reminding me of a little bit. Okay. Come on, kill it, kill it! And let's see if Rao's first slips give us demon face. Nope, they don't. Okay. Okay. My bones, they jiggle, just like Rao's boobs. Okay. I swear that's gonna be the last of my Rao boob jokes in this stream. I'm sorry. You can't look at this and tell me you wouldn't make a lot of the same jokes I. Isn't this beautiful? Even a ship doomed by the water dragon can enjoy the starlight. But it only looks like this inside the ship when there's a new moon. As soon as the sun comes up, cold seawater floods the ship again. Yes, the ship has suffered a cruel fate. And yep, now we get into the gimmick of this dungeon. Switching between day and night to rise and lower the water. That's impossible. It can't be daybreak yet. Surely this can't be. You didn't do this, did you, Amaterasu? Your powers can control the very movement of the heavens. Looks like a humongous power scale. Okay, gain a little bit more praise. And we're just gonna go back through this door. And yeah, those enemies combine into a shark. However that works. Who cares? It's cool. Zombie shark is cool in my book. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really remember how to fight this thing. Hang on, let me try something real fast. Right, I was supposed to use the barrels to cause an explosion and get rid of its armor. And, well, you know, didn't enough to kill it. Pretty nice. Yeah, that time is fine. Okay. So now we just need to make our way back towards that other room from earlier. Not that room. Let's see, where was it? I think it was this way. Yeah, all the bamboo shoots. Yeah, this is the right way. Okay. Okay. Yep, there's a cannon. Holy bone. Pretty nice. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So we can't really do anything with this cannon right now because of, well, the water around us. But still. But still, we'll have to remember this cannon for later because it is actually useful for something. Okay. Getting myself a couple good demon fangs. Very nice. And let's just kind of move around, see what we can find. Oh, yeah. Yeah, beware of that thing. That thing is basically a giant moss monster, and it'll continually follow you around and try to smack you down and kill you. It doesn't get you into a battle, and unfortunately, it's, with the exception of one thing, it's completely invincible. So, yeah, just run from it. And just pray you don't get hurt. So, go ahead and slice that. And we'll just kind of move it along until he reaches the wave, the little chains. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay. Now we just gotta make our way back to where the other thing was. Oh yeah, one actually useful thing about this thing, it actually does give you a little air boost if you're in the water. Though it does immediately try to do a grabbing move, which does hurt you. So, a bit of a double-edged sword, but I still consider it useful for those circumstances. Anyways, now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and just run through here. Oh. Oop. Oop. Yeah, you're just supposed to kind of dodge those. Thankfully, this thing doesn't really do any damage with that section, so I'm at least thankful for that. But anyway, now we're back here, and let's go ahead and drain the water. Okay. There's nothing down below, so let's go ahead and make our way back into that room with the moss. And yeah, this is the way that I was talking about earlier with defeating the moss monster. Ow. Come on. Nope, stop. Go towards the thing. There we go. Ow. Yep. Just kind of run it over with the spiky barrel. Ow. Come on. Come on. Stupid. Stop it. Yeah, the physics on these things can be a little wonky at times. But this is like the only section of the game that has this, so... Oh, finally killed it, and we got 50 praise for it. Pretty nice. Yeah, just to save you guys a headache there. You no longer have to hear that beep. Okay. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and head back to the room with like the cannon. Now that the water is down. Because now we can actually do stuff with it. And yep, you can actually kind of control where the cannon is aiming by just kind of standing on it and using weight. It's actually kind of cool. Certainly a lot better than the cannon in the moon cave. Oh my gosh, that cannon sucked. Okay, please be at the right... Nope. Okay, that should be enough. Please. Okay. Nope, still too high. So yeah, that's what we need, but I want to get that middle one, just because I can. Come on. Just a little lower. Yep, yep. There we go. Okay. Chain the pearl. Nice. And sun fragment. Very nice. Ah, controller. Okay. And right into the eye. And getting rid of the curse on the door. Hello, Crimson Hell. You retain the lucky mallet. What is this? Finally, something interesting. Wait, this is a lucky mallet. Is this what you were looking for, babe? It can shrink people down until they become so small they can pass through the eye of a needle. Certainly, a tool with such powers is a great treasure, but it doesn't provide an answer for Queen Himiko's prayers for peace. Someone else mentioned an eye of a needle lately. Oh yeah, it was that half-baked prophet Waka back in Sand City. Remember, he said something like, even the most solid defense has a tiny gap like the eye of a needle. Wonder what kind of place he was talking about. Amaterasu, it seems what I was looking for isn't on the ship. Unfortunately, we must sleep without it. Oh, cheer up, babe. The ocean's a big place. You'll find what you want somewhere. That may be so, but going to the ocean now is suicide. Well, as long as the water dragon is still about, that is. Jeez, nobody can't shut up about that thing. You think the water dragon rules Shunma Coast or something? Well, don't forget we have Boss Ami here with us. Let's go think things over back in the city. I'm sick of this shit. Okay. Go. And then a stray bead. One of the few freebies in the game, actually. It's pretty nice. Anyways, let's go ahead and just get out of here. Can't you swim any faster, Amaterasu? Huh? I mean, what you expect, babe? Ami's a wolf, not a speedboat. Oh, I get it, babe. You want to go to the bathroom, right? We don't mind. And there's nothing but wide open sea all around. Nobody's looking. Go ahead. That's what everyone does. You don't understand. This swelling of the waves is a sign that it's coming. We'll be helpless if we're attacked here. Here we go again. If it is that water dragon, was it? If it is, we'll take care of the beast in a jiffy. It'll regret the day it messed with us. Where'd that thing come from? Is that the water dragon? Look out! And yeah, swim. So yeah, that was the water dragon. Kinda intimidating, ain't it? Anyways, with that, let's go ahead and actually... Phew, what the heck was that monster, Ami? Nobody told me something like that was on the loose around here. And what's with that busty babe? She just took off without us. Boy, I'm gonna give her a piece of my mind next time we meet. This mallet just jumped out by itself. Well, I hate to see the treasure run off like that. After Ami. Excuse me. Actually, before we do anything else with the mallets, I want to stop by the dojo real fast. Because there's something I want to take care of real fast. That is, if I can afford it. Of course I can't afford it. Basically, what I was gonna go for was basically a damage upgrade for the rosaries. Or, no, not the rosaries, the reflectors. Pretty good, and it does increase damage regardless of what reflector you're using. So even Divine Retribution would be made a lot more powerful, both as a main and as a sub. And yes, in case you're wondering, it is available for every weapon type. But for now, we can only get... we can only get, the reflectors. What is it? You told me you brought my, about. Okay, never mind. I guess it's not the pink one that he's looking for. It's actually a black one. I did not mean to make that sound racist. Well, anyways, let's just follow the mallet then. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and follow this mallet, and Waka's gone. Oh, thank goodness you're safe, Amaterasu. Hey babe, what are you doing here? And how come you didn't tell us about that monster? I'm sure I mentioned something about the water dragon, didn't I? Bah, whatever. Anyways, you better not be trying to trick us. What are you talking about? I was nearly eaten alive too, you know. But however did you get away? You're a rather slow swimmer. What did you say? Take that back. Ami gets kind of sensitive about her flaws. Sorry. The foxrods. If they're not on the ship, then where on earth are they? If they're lost in the sea, the vast realm of the water dragon, there's no way we'll ever find them. Oh, cheer up. I'd hate to see you and your two friends cry. Okay. Anyways, back to following them out. Oh, hey. Now we got you cornered, you mallet. No treasures ever escape from the Great Eastern. I'm gonna sell you to some greedy merchant and... Hey, check it out, Ami. Isn't this a palace where that swirling mist is coming from? You made us chase you here for a reason, mallet? Wait, I think I get it. The lucky mallet can shrink people, right? You want to shrink Ami here. Then you want us to go into that creepy looking hole, don't you? I don't know. Why would a hammerhead here want us to go in there? Still, might be worth checking out, Ami. I mean, this palace has gotta be the main source of the mist. If Queen Himiko's not gonna do anything about this mess, then it's up to us to find out the truth. Anyways, we haven't found a single brush technique in this darn city. How could we possibly pass up this palace? Okay, Mallet, we'll enter the hole. Now, come on and work your magic on Furball here. Ready to get hammered on me? Get hammered! Bring it on! Now that's what I wanted to hear. Furball's all yours, Mallet. Hammer away. Whoever did the localization for this game, I love you. You should see the look on your face. A few shakes of Lucky Mallet reduces things to my size. It's not for clobbering people or anything silly. Boy, I'll never get tired of messing with your head. Huh? What's gotten into you? You forgot what I looked like already? Now you listen here for a while. You better remember me this time, or else. I'm Isun, the wandering artist. You got it? Times 1,000. Besides, I'm so dashingly handsome. Who else could it be? Bet you see me in a new light now. Hey, I'm talking to you. Forget it. Let's check out the palace. We gotta find out what's behind that swirling mist. You may be no bigger than a dust bunny now, but I bet you still got a lot of fighting yet. Well, time's a wasting, but there's something you need to know first. I mean, this is like a brand new world to you. I'm here to help you when you really need it. For example, see that chest all wrapped in chains over there? If you guide me over to it with your celestial brush, I'll pop on over and snatch whatever's inside. So yeah, just like with the brow, you can control whoever's riding on your back and basically get stuff. I mean, I just might lose it if you did that. You'd have to clean up my bloody map for that. And this is actually kind of an idea that's continued in well, before that. Well, that was close. Better watch out, Ami. Remember, you're no bigger than a dust bunny now. Better watch it, or else you'll end up on the bottom of someone's shoe. Now do you know what I have to deal with. Anyways, this mist is getting thicker, isn't it? I knew there was something fishy about this palace. Anyways, what I was referring to earlier, so people riding on your back and you using the celestial brush to basically do a lot of brush techniques with it. This is something that was that would end up being continued in Okami then, which is the DS sequel to this game. That's what they call a blocking spider. Those nasty buggers just won't let you by sometimes. They normally leave you alone, but they can be unpredictable. Better watch their moves. Better safe than sorry. Whoa, why'd you hit your ride? Tired of walking or something? Well, big guy, here doesn't seem to mind, so knock yourself off. Anyways, yeah, riding on main character's back is something that was kind of continued in Okami did, and was kind of the main gameplay mechanic there. Hey, what's that? Sounds like someone's crying. Isn't that a jail cell? Someone's in there. But I can't tell who she is. She's got her back turned. They usually turn out to be ugly when they turn around anyway. Plus, we don't want to attract any attention if she raises a fuss. Forget about her. Let's keep going. Saying a godly charm. Saying the traveler's charm. Pretty nice. And here we encounter a new enemy, the Thunder Mirror. It's not too different from the Thunder Ear that we fought earlier. In fact, from this point on, a lot of enemies are mostly just reskins of enemies that we fought in the past, but still, it's decently deadly. So yeah, it's not a bad thing. I mean, recolored skins, like reskinned enemies is kind of common in games like this, but still, I would have liked it more if they added more variety in enemies, if I'm being honest. But that's just me. Okay, just kind of avoid the feet because they actually do a lot of damage. And somehow the bomb dropped. Unless because of the water. Come on. Ah, come on. Oh, that's why I can only set one bomb at a time. Okay, there we go. And in here, got an exorcism slip. Nice. And we can't really do anything about this because, yeah, this brush will follow us no matter what. So for now, we just gonna have to deal. And we can't really do anything about that either, so let's just go back for a second. Looks like we can't really do anything else, so... I just remember what I was supposed to do. Oh! Yep, we were supposed to kind of hitch a ride on this guy's foot. And thankfully, because of that, thing, we can't... oh, no! Okay. Guy's leg is blocking the camera. Can't see crap because of that. Okay. Now that we got a nice little key, let's go ahead and look for the lockjaw that it belongs to. Means going back. Hello? Is somebody there? Hmm? Are you mallet bearers? It's hard to see from here. Mallet bearers? What the heck are you talking about? Oh, who are you? Oh, just a couple passerbys. Are you that girl we heard crying before? Sounded kinda fake if you ask me. You're not some no-good monster trying to trick us, are you? What? Oh. No, at least I don't think so. I came to Sayan City to sell some of my grandfather's bamboo ware. But the emperor who lives in this palace had me arrested. Your grandfather's bamboo ware? Are you... Is your grandpa that Mr. Bamboo back in Kusa Village? You know my grandfather? He raised me back in Kusa Village. My name is Kaguya. But I'm afraid that's about all I can tell you. I don't know why I've been imprisoned here. I don't even know who I really am. Or where I originally came from. Another babe. How could Mr. Bamboo have such a cute granddaughter? Well, you just sit tight, honey pie. We'll get you out. The Great Eastern's gonna straighten out that mean old emperor. Then I'll come back and set you free. No, Don't sweat it, sweetie. You just sit tight. We're gonna search every nook and cranny of this palace. And I'm gonna give that emperor a piece of my mind when we fight him. So don't you worry your pretty little head. My partner may not look like much now, but Furball here is actually the great Amaterasu. Now just sit back and relax. We've got it covered. Let's go on. Okay, so I don't know a ton about different Japanese mythologies and fairy tales. I only have like vague stuff down. But this character, Kaguya, is actually one that I'm pretty familiar with. But I'm gonna wait off on talking about her, because it does involve spoilers for later in the game. So for now, just know that she is based off a character in a Japanese fairy tale, and a pretty well-known one at that. The emperor buried some treasure in the corner of his garden. But please, don't do anything too risky, you two. You just leave it to us, honey pie. So, yeah, for now, we're just gonna go ahead and, once again, try and look for the lockjaw. Hi, lockjaw. Bye, lockjaw. leap before you think? Jackpot! Why would the Emperor hide his treasure here? I could smell it a mile away. Check out that funny looking thing, Okami. That's what they call a platform spider. You see, they just go back and forth all day. They're basically harmless unless you're staying on their backs too long. Some of them don't like it and may end up throwing you off. So yeah, we just got a little bit of a platforming thing here. And I love that they scale the clovers based off of your size. It's actually kind of a neat trick. I like it. And with that, we can also finally get this. And if I remember correctly, I think this last one is going. I think this 400 is gonna make for the last like ink pot upgrade in the game, if I remember correctly. Anywho, we're gonna go ahead and jump down here because of this crack wall. Because I drew so big, it pushed it far away. Here we go. A flask? Is that considered treasure? Oh, that's a blocking spider, Okami. Wonder why it's got so bent out of shape all of a sudden. Now we're gonna have a heck of a time getting out of here. I don't know why, but that animation always just cracks me up. Just the whip, flip, 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 flip. I don't know why, it always cracks me up. Anyways, yeah, you just kind of make your way through the flask. It's a strange mist in this flask too, but it's somewhat different from the mist outside. I don't know, it feels kind of comforting. So yeah, if I remember correctly, yeah, you're supposed to use wind to blow it out. And ow. Wow, you're getting good at that one. Almost too good. I don't know why the Emperor hid this flask here, but he shouldn't be hogging such comforting mist all to himself. And somehow inside the building we're going to see some constellations. Sorry for the creaking noise, I'm trying to stretch in my chair. My chair is not the usual computer chair. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Come on. There we go. That's pretty much me. Has all the preparation powers in the world, somehow screws everything up. Anyways, Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. After our separation, I took to wandering the corners of the earth. For long, I was sealed away here by a sinister power. Your arrival has broken that seal. Now I, Kasugami, grant you the power of mist. Glisten over all creation like fleeting dew. So that's why the Emperor hid this flask like it was treasure. Kasugami, the god of mist, was trapped inside. They say Kasugami can wrap the world in a thick mist that slows down time for all things. I really did feel like I was in a dream world with no sense of time. But enough of that. That one's one awesome power you just got back. If the legend's true, that brush technique can slow down any monster with a single stroke, even a blocking spider. Now let's try out that new power of yours right away, Ami. Just draw the mark that's there on the flask. That'll show that pesky spider who's boss. So yeah, just draw 2 horizontal lines, and you can slow down time for a short amount of time. And yes, it is spammable. You can do it over and over again. And keep everything just slowed down. So yeah, it is a pretty useful technique. Not one that I use all the time, but it's still somewhat useful. Anyways, here we have this new enemy, which is another type of mirror that I'm gonna be frank with you, I don't remember the name. But yeah, it's pretty much invincible unless you do the mist. And yep, mist is its what's the name? The finishing technique thing. Blossom finisher, I think. Anyways, we're gonna do a little bit of platforming here. Try and make our way up. Dang it. Yeah, some of these platforms you do need to use mist in order to get on them fast enough. Okay, I'll do the joke. Oh, I missed. Okay. Move that way and land on the spider. Jump over and yeah. Okay. And now we can finally move on. Step into the light and we're out. And yeah, from here on out, pretty much every one of these spider things will go after us unless we use mist. And yeah, that's the only way to get those spiders to miss you. Oh, I miss. Hey, Akagia, you're right about the Emperor hiding treasure in his garden. Thanks to you, Ami here got another brush technique back. Don't do anything dangerous on account of me. Please be careful, you two. You just leave it to us, honey pie. We'll get you out of here once we break that Emperor over the coals and figure out what's behind that swirling mist. Okay. now we just gotta go back to where those giant people were. And yep, those brooms stand no chance against slow down time. But they still can't stop on us, so yeah, still be careful. You're not totally invincible. Okay. Come on, here we go. And we obtained an infinity stone. Okay. See, is there anything else around here? No? Okay. Then what you're supposed to do is... Well, you could do that, but usually you're supposed to use the water to raise and lower the bamboo shoots. Though then again, it looks like you could do it with just your weight alone too, so I guess it's not all that necessary. Take this platforming spider up, and... Hey, look over there, Ami. Isn't that the Emperor? I heard he was sick in bed, but I never expected him to be the source of that funky mess. Now, how are we going to straighten out this royal oath? I mean, we're still too big to fit through the mosquito net. Ah! Oh, I missed. Come on. Alright, let's do it right this time. And by right, I mean slow down time and go for the cheap shot. But it put it into the game for a reason. Okay. Rise up and... You're now on top of the stilts. We're now on the scaffolding. And yep, there are blocking spiders that will swing around and will knock you off. So, still use the... Miss. Thankfully, if you fall off, they put you just on top of the scaffolding again. They don't make you do all that platforming again in the aftermath. So that's at least a positive. So it still does do some damage to you. So still be kind of aware of things. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. I think this way. Obtain the vengeance slip, pretty nice. No. Yeah, this section can be a little frustrating. I kind of wish that they put like an invisible barrier so that, or just make them a little wider so that you wouldn't fall into them too easily. So you wouldn't fall off the scaffolding so easily. Check it out, Ami. The Emperor's directly below us. It's like that royal oaf's mouth is just begging us to dive on it. Leap before you think. Are we inside the Emperor's body now? Wow, Ami, you're one fearless wolf. This should be the fastest way to get to the root of the problem. Hey, what's this funny looking thing here? Oh, I know. It's that dangly thing that hangs down in the back of the throat. I bet if we tickled it, this royal oaf would sneeze. That's probably our best bet for getting at it. But let's save that for later. We're going the other way. Okay. Tip. Make another save point. I have the feeling we're in for trouble. No way. This is insane. That mist, it's alive on me. Under my control, this body breathes evil mist over the city. And you, Mutt, you dare attempt to clear the skies of my poison? Waging battle with me inside a human body will be no easy task. Even now, Gold Nail, the mighty sword, cries out for your blood. Come, step forward so that I, the indomitable Blight, may cut you down. I'll step forward, alright. You're a real piece of work, Blight. Better say your prayers. You uncultured wretch. Be warned. We are in the very bowels of the Emperor. If we fight here, his body will not. Give me a break. A little action here will help him wake up. But never mind that. You're the one behind that poison mist. Possessing a human body may be an elaborate trick, but it ends now. With my supreme blade Tenkomaru, I, the magnificent Isun, shall rend that hunk of junk you call a soul. Okay, so if it wasn't obvious already, one of the main things you want to do here is use Mist to slow down his attacks. And afterwards, you basically attack his different swords. Because, well, Blight is the sword. Yeah, that sword is actually his weakness. So you want to attack it as much as possible. It's actually kind of a clever boss when you really think about it. Because he's just a living piece of armor, so why not have his soul be stuck inside the sword? Especially considering that that sword was stabbed in the middle, and that seems to be what's controlling the Emperor. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I like it. So yeah, in terms of bosses, in terms of this boss's difficulty, I'd say this boss is probably one of the easier ones. The only thing I would really be aware of is just the spinning swords and just making sure you get every one of those swords in just one swoop, as well as avoiding his like little dash attack thing that he does right there, because that does do a lot of damage. That's the only thing I would be like aware of. Otherwise, it's a pretty easy boss. Come on. No. Alright, one more phase and that should do it. And actually, that is another thing I want to bring up. You know how I said earlier, in previous bosses, there was usually a technique that would allow you to almost one cycle every phase of the boss? Blight is actually one of the rare exceptions for me. I have no idea how to one cycle this thing. At least without using incredibly powerful weapons that you can't really obtain here. That you can obtain by this point. But that doesn't really matter much. Just kind of eventually defeated Blight. And we obtain a new weapon. You obtain the Divine Instrument, Exorcism Beads. Purifying rosary that contains the power of Holy Light. Pretty good weapon, honestly. Light. A disease residing within the Emperor's body and born of the intense hatred and evil of the cursed sword Goldnail, was the source of the acrid mist that had plagued the capital citizenry. But even a creature so despicable and full of hatred was no match for our intrepid heroes, Amaterasu and Isu. Blight's defeat brought with it a lifting of the acrid fog. The Emperor, now freed of evil's influence, returned to normal. Amaterasu and the others had earned a brief moment of respite. However, evil conspired to cut the tranquil scene short. From Goldnail's defeated form rose the familiar blackness, the spirit of evil and hatred that had resided within the sword. Black as midnight and deep as the sea rose slowly skyward. Make no mistake, this was undoubtedly one of the four spirits that dispersed from Orochi's broken body. Quickly and steadily it rose. Then it shot off toward the distant sea and over the horizon. It moved with purpose, as if to a rendezvous with a lost friend. Amaterasu and the others had no time to rest. If they were truly to restore the capital to its normal routine, they still had to deal with the threat of the water dragon. This tale is far from over. Hey you, aren't you forgetting something? You had it coming big time, gasbag. You aren't even in the same league as the magnificent Isu. Well, Furball, that's that. How about one of those victory howls? Oh wait, I almost forgot. That babe Kagi is still locked up. Ami, seems Pops is still snoozing away. How about we just take control and make him unlock her cell? Why bother with waking him up to explain everything, anyway? Huh? You don't get it, do you? Watch and learn, my furry friend. First, I'll stir up his stomach like this, and then... What the... Yikes! What the... Hey, are you okay, Ami? Looks like we managed to make the Emperor stand up. Come on, we gotta get his royal oath moving. Let's get him over to where they're holding Kaguya. I love the funky way he walks. There. Your Highness, you're well enough to walk around again? That Kaguya girl was imprisoned just as you ordered, sire. But she's done no wrong, so I can't understand why. Not that I'm doubting your bountiful wisdom, Your Highness. I can't get enough of that walking cycle. Your Highness, I know you have already refused to see a doctor, but surely it would be wise to seek treatment. Some people are even starting to say your illness is what's... not that I think anything of the sort, of course. Are you the Emperor? But if you're here, does that mean those two are... Oh dear, it's all my fault. How shall I ever apologize? Let's see. How about you start off by making me 100 dumplings? Huh? Just pulling your leg, sweetie. That voice. You think we'd buy the farm that easy? The Emperor was being controlled by a nasty stomach virus. But we took care of it. Things should get back to normal soon. Now, let's make this royal oath open yourself. Let's see. Oh, thank you. I thought I'd never get out of there. No time for chit-chat, bamboo girl. We freed the Emperor from that monster controlling him. But I think things are still a bit dicey around here. We're gonna hightail it out of here, out of this place. I suggest you do too. Now, let's see here. Oh yeah, coochie coochie coo. I can tell what you want to do, honey. I agree. That'll make it feel like we've set things straight here. I mean, we've already freed that bamboo girl. Now, get one of those victory howls to wake up the Emperor. Yeah, that's fair. Would you like to save the game? Yes, of course I would. What was wrong with me? People say I took... dang it. Whatever. It's almost like I was possessed by a strange spirit. Bingo. Yes, that's right. Oh, what are we like? Oh, I know you from the inside, believe me. I'm collecting demon fangs. So yeah, this guy basically acts as a second demon fang merchant. And he's got a few pretty useful things. Two of which are the fog pot, which allows you to basically warp between different origin mirrors. So you don't so with the couple of exceptions, you would no longer need mermaid coins to warp. this is my next goal. It's to get the 36 demon fangs to get this thing. He also has a Thief's Glove, which basically you can go and steal items using Isun. And the Golden Ink Pot, which basically increases your ink restoration speed. Meaning you can do more frequent uses of the Divine Brush. After getting the warping thing, this is my next goal. Come and visit me again. Oh, trust me, I will. Taking the rooster statue. So yeah, now we have full access to the Emperor's Garden now. And yep, as you might have guessed, there are a couple treasures to be found here. Bullhorn? Nice. Missed it by like a millimeter. There we go. How many stray beads do I have at this point? Not as many as I thought I was gonna have, but whatever. By the way, I'm mostly doing this just so we can get extra treasures to sell, so I can afford more stuff. Okay. Let's go ahead and head out. And, oh yeah. Exorcism beads. Okay. Oh, hey Kaguya. Hey, you bamboo girl. What are you spacing out here for? I mean, you're free now. You could go anywhere you want. Oh, hello, you two. I hardly recognize you. You were so tiny when we first met. You certainly caught a dashing figure at full size. You think so? Well, actually, I hear stuff like that all the time. Huh? Oh, yes, I meant you too, Isun. Anyways, the city is a dangerous place right now. You should head back to your grandpa's house. That emperor fella's got an eye for that treasure of yours, right? You should get away before others start sniffing around. Plus, your grandpa seems awfully lonely, you know. Really? Oh, I see. That dear old man thinks of me as his own granddaughter. I would really like to return, but... You're not his granddaughter? You mean your real family lives somewhere else? Oh, anyway, you should go see him if you feel that way. I know nothing of my past. I don't even know who I am or where I came from. My first memory is of waking up in the bamboo grove. The bamboo cutter took me home, where I was lovingly cared for. To repay his kindness, I helped him with his bamboo ware. If that's the case, then why don't you hurry up and go see him? I know nothing of my past, but I do recall one faint memory. I thought long and hard while I was in prison. It was then that I remember being in a small, dark room long ago. That's all I can think about now, and I feel I must get there as soon as I can. I cannot escape that feeling. That's a pretty weird story. I mean, you don't even know where it is you want to go back to. Bits and pieces of my memory are coming back in flashes. Together they form a vision. I see a royal crest inscribed in earth amid a grove of bamboo. I must go to Sasa Sanctuary. There, it shall all become clear. Huh? What's gotten into you? I mean, first with the dark room, and now you suddenly want to go to Sasa Sanctuary? I don't know where I must return, but I have this intense feeling in my heart. It drives me forward to my ultimate destination. It drives me to seek the royal crest. I must leave for Sasa Sanctuary at once. Hey, wait, bamboo girl, wait! Oh, she's gone. Okay. So I think we're gonna go ahead and end things off here. So We'll find a save mirror, and then, yeah, we'll kind of cut things off here. Actually, Rao, do you have anything new to say? Have you noticed the mist over the city has suddenly disappeared? There must have been some change in the Emperor. We'll take credit for that, thank you very much. Hey, wait, what about you, sister? Why didn't you try to help out the Emperor? Couldn't your mystical powers have located the source of that mist? I knew it. You and Himiko are up to no good. That was my mistake. But I'm just a priestess, you know? I can't go snooping around the palace. Anyways, if you cleared up the mist, then I offer my congratulations. So then, now that that's resolved, it's on to the next problem. All of what you've done so far is amazing. However, the water dragon is much bigger. No trading ships can get through. The city's food is running low, and the evil besieging our fair land still looms large in the shadows. Now is exactly the time we need them. If only we have the fox rods. So, yeah. Oh. Okay. Okay. So next time on Okami, we are going to be following Kaguya back to Sasa Sanctuary, and also hopefully dealing with the water dragon and maybe even finding those fox rods. And just as a quick reminder, this coming Friday, it will not be Okami that I'll be playing. Instead, I will be starting my new tradition of playing Zelda games, starting with Breath of the Wild. So, yeah, look forward to that. Yeah. Until next time, stay safe. Take care, and y'all have a good rest of your day. This is ChronoFox signing out.